Good evening, and welcome. Tonight's story begins in a place where dreams come true. A place filled with laughter, and a place visited by millions every year. A place most people would never associate with fear. But sometimes the darkest secrets hide beneath the brightest smiles. Sometimes the safest places are the most dangerous. And tonight, we're opening a door that was never meant to be found. This is Episode Zero, The Warning. Beneath the happiest places on earth, something awaits. The summer John Mercer turned 18 was supposed to be unforgettable. Not because of monsters, not because of cults, not because of nightmares hidden beneath a kingdom, or even beneath the happiest place on earth. It was supposed to be unforgettable because of Emily, his girlfriend, his best friend, the person he wanted to spend every possible second with before they both left for college. Neither of them knew that one summer job would change the rest of their lives. The final fireworks exploded above the castle. Thousands of guests filled the streets. Children laughed, parents took pictures. Music echoed through the warm California night. Music leaned against the backstage railing and smiled. Almost done? Emily walked up beside him. You're counting the minutes now? Absolutely. She laughed, and the sound instantly improved his mood. It always did. Big plans after work? John grinned. Sleep? Oh, that's romantic. You can sleep too. She shoved his shoulder and he laughed. For a few moments, they simply stood together watching the fireworks. Everything felt normal, safe, romantic, the way life should feel when you're 18 years old. By midnight, the crowds were gone, the music had stopped, and most employees had already headed home. Without the guests, the park felt strange. Not scary, just empty. Like a giant stage after a performance. John was finishing a security patrol backstage when his radio crackled. Static filled the speaker, then a voice emerged, weak and terrified. Help! John stopped walking, and the voice sounded young, a teenager, maybe even younger. Hello? Static answered him, then breathing, heavy breathing, as if someone was running or hiding. They found me! A chill ran into John's stomach. Who found you? The response came immediately. Tunnel 7. The transmission ended. John stared at the radio. Tunnel 7. He had heard the name before. Every employee had. Nobody knew what it was. Nobody knew where it was. Yet everyone seemed to know the name, like some weird ghost story passed around by employees. Across the park, Emily sat alone organizing paperwork. Most nights were boring. Tonight wasn't. The same location kept appearing on maintenance reports. Tunnel 7, Tunnel 7, Tunnel 7. Again and again and again. She pulled out a map, nothing. The location didn't exist. A second map, nothing. And she noticed the employees' names attached to the reports. People who no longer worked there, people who had to quit, who transferred or disappeared. Yet according to the reports, they were all still active employees. The hairs on the back of her neck stood up, and a strange feeling settled her. The feeling that someone was watching. Slowly, she looked toward the office window. A figure stood outside, motionless and watching. Emily froze. The figure didn't move, didn't blink, didn't even wave. It simply stood there watching her. Then the lights flickered once, twice, three times. When they were stabilized, the figure was gone. Something appeared on the glass. Words written from the outside. Three simple words. Don't go below. Every light in the room immediately died, and darkness swallowed everything. Emily ran, and 20 minutes later she found John. Neither liked what they had discovered. Neither wanted to admit how frightened they were. But curiosity won. It always does. Together, they followed a series of forgotten maintenance passages beneath the park, far below the attractions, below the crowds, and below the kingdom everyone loved. Eventually, they found it. A rusted metal door. The number 7 scratched deeply into its surface. Nothing else. No warning, no sign, just a number waiting. We should leave. Probably. We're not going to leave, are we? Nope. John grabbed the handle. The metal was freezing cold. The door slowly creaked open, and a blast of icy air rushed from the darkness beyond. Emily immediately stepped back. The smell was wrong. Old, ancient, like something buried for a very long time. Together they stepped into Tunnel 7. Neither realized they had just made the biggest mistakes of their lives.